Yo, what's up, man? It's the world's greatest DJ, Kid Capri, and we are now rocking and rolling at Apt78. You know what it is, New York, I hold it down. Around the world, let's get it. Heard me, no kidding.
It's got stuff all over the world. Is it different or is it pretty much the same everywhere you go?
New York is New York.
Yeah?
I mean, like, it's different everywhere you go. Like, it's different people have different pleasures and stuff that you have to really know that they like. You know what I'm saying? As far as like their attitudes and stuff. But New York is New York, so I come from that. I'm body New York, so wherever I go, I take New York with me. You know what I'm saying? So when I come back to New York and rock there, that's easy. That's nothing. The challenge is when you go out there and you play with somebody that lives in Kentucky, or you play with somebody that lives in Japan, or you play with somebody that lives in Africa. You know, that's what the challenge is at. When you go and you do that, you come back to New York, you make it in New York, you make it in. I think one of the biggest things that ever happened was when I did the Garden 5 or 6 times. But this one time I did the Garden when I was helping Aaliyah. And we was on tour, we was doing the whole tour together. She had it was a bunch of different groups, Genuine, Mary J. Blige, Bone Thugs. There was a lot of heavyweights on it. And they brought me in to like kind of make her show a little bit heavy. And when we got to the Garden, you know, I think that was probably one of the, out of all the millions of shows I did, I think that was probably the best show I ever did. From the reaction of the crowd that was just screaming, it was pretty sinister, because what I did was I did a performance and I brought Busta Rhymes out with me. And this is right when he dropped Put Your Hands Where I Can See Out. And to this day, me and Busta see each other. We always talk about, you know, remember when we was on the Garden stage and we felt the wind from people screaming at us on the stage?
Wow, really?
It was that heroic something. But when I caught fire with the mixtapes, and then I got my first album deal, I got my first television deal show, and everything was coming. I knew that once I got here, once I landed, I was going to stay. It wasn't going to be a thing where people were going to force me out of the business or I was going to get whacked. You know, none of that. My whole thing was to be a part of a staple of music and be accepted that way. And just knowing how to do that, just like this man LL that you hearing now. Changing with the times and knowing what it is to keep up with what's going on instead of being stuck in the old school way of thinking. And at that time, I didn't really think it was going to get as big as it got. Until I seen these concerts I started doing, and shows, and the feedback we got on the Def Comedy Jam, and all the little things that was happening at the time.
Hip-hop went mainstream.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long. When we did Def Comedy Jam, the last thing I thought was that it was going to be that big, because when Busta brought it to me, I didn't even see what sense it made. Like, you know, DJs would come with comedy. But then again, he's well suited with HBO, who was out of judging a question. It was just doing it, and it just blew up. And that was a chance where people really got a chance to it. Before me, they looked at DJs as somebody that just played music, played records, and I didn't want to be looked at like that. I wanted to be looked at as an artist, so I had to go hard. So when I came in their city and they got a chance to see the performing they did, then they got a chance to really see what the DJ was about. And Def Comedy Jam was the first thing to really let them see in their living room, you know what I'm saying, and be accepted.
Bring it home.
I love a lot of artists right now that's doing what they do. And those artists that I love, you can identify. A lot of artists you can't identify right now. And that was the difference between older artists and artists right now. You knew when you heard Big Daddy Kane. You knew when you heard KRS. You knew when you heard Rock History. You knew when you seen them, you could identify who was who. You can't identify a lot of these dudes. That's how a lot of them sound alike.
But when you say you can't identify, what does that mean?
What it means is a lot of them sound alike. A lot of them, the beats is the same speed, the same sound. They all use the same keyboard. It's all the same format. It's nobody standing out any different. You knew Redman when you heard Redman.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you knew these, and even the South dudes, like you know T.I., you know Ludacris, you know Outkast, you know certain dudes, but there's certain ones that you know they get a hit record, they trip over a hit, and that's cool. But then after that hit is over, when you trying to get on the show and you on a concert, stand up with somebody like KRS-One that got nothing but hits. You know what I'm saying? Catalog other hits and album after album. You standing there with your one hit, it ain't gonna really work. You know what I'm saying? So you got your show thing got to get together, and you just got to get you grounded with the music. And you know, right now, you know, it is what it is. I roll with whatever was going on, but it was at another time. It was definitely a better time for music. It's gonna get better.